Let me change your perspective about the biggest obstacle that you have in your life right now. Use this sentence and ingrain it into your subconscious mind. In every obstacle that you are faced with, there is a greater gift on the other side. And trust me, this took so long for me to get to a belief system that lined up with that. And I know that right now, me telling you that, you're going to immediately think, no way, I would do anything to get rid of this obstacle in my life right now. But let me explain something to you. I want you to go back to another obstacle that you experienced in your life. Think back to something that you thought you were never going to get out of, something that you thought was the worst thing that ever happened to you. Now I want you to think about who you are as a result of that obstacle. Do you like the person you became as a result of that obstacle? I'm going to explain a personal story to tell you what I mean by this. Essentially, one of the biggest obstacles that I overcame in my life was the need to get hip surgery from a running injury, which was also a result of building up storing emotional trauma in my hip over a period of time, but story on that for another day. But essentially, I had to get hip surgery. As a result of getting that surgery, I had to be bedridden for weeks. I couldn't drive anywhere. I couldn't go anywhere. Well, I guess if I did go anywhere, I had to bring crutches. But the biggest issue for me was that I couldn't exercise for weeks, let alone run, which was why I had this injury in the first place, was because I was running so much. The reason for that is because I had learned to use exercise as a coping mechanism. It was something that I did when I felt really anxious. I felt really out of control in my life. It was something that I used to deal with the negative emotions that I was feeling in my life. And so when that was taken away from me, it felt like the biggest obstacle possible to take all of the distractions, all of the things that I was using to numb myself, to suppress myself, to distract myself. I was not sure. I was terrified of really what the outcome of all of that was going to be. But it ended up being the thing that changed my life forever in the best way possible. It's what led me to my spiritual awakening. It is what led me to finally face all of the emotions, all of the beliefs, all of the things that I was doing to keep myself stuck in loops for many years. Without that hip surgery, I would have never changed my life. I had to get to a point of having that intense of an obstacle to change me for the better. And that is exactly what obstacles are designed for. And that is what I'm trying to tell you in this video. Obstacles are meant to help you level up, to help you get unstuck. It is how the universe works. Obstacles are designed to get us to move. They are designed to help us grow into the version of ourselves that we are meant to become. They are divinely planned by your higher self before you came here in this human body, in this human experience. So, does that change your perspective on obstacles? Let me know below. But if you want to know more about just how amazing this universe works and how awesome your higher self is at divinely planning certain things to happen in your life experience, then I highly recommend you listen to the podcast that I just launched. You can get the link to my podcast in my bio or send me a DM and I will send you the link directly.